And now, the Android Basics segment. This is a segment where we discuss the things that power your device from behind the scenes. And now, here's this week's episode, Android Basics. Let's now move on to the Android Basics. And today, of course, we have some stuff to talk about. It's chock full with Android 16 Beta 1 dropping. And we know that people have been wanting to enroll for that. So if you've been holding and waiting to enroll for Android 16 Beta 1, this is your chance to enroll in it. You simply go to the website. We'll put it on our show notes, and you just tap on the enroll and then choose the device you want to enroll for. It will show the devices that qualify for the enrollment. Just select the device you want, and you'll get an OTA enrollment. Also, we had Android 15 QPR2 Beta 3 that also dropped last week. So it's kind of been a very busy week. Good thing I was glad that Google didn't rain on Samsung's party on Wednesday. They held off dropping off the Android Beta 16 Beta 1 till Thursday. So that was good. I didn't want them raining on Samsung's party. And so it was good of them to do that. Let's look at some of the things, though, that I'm not going to be reading everything about it, but just the highlights, just basically some of the items. Some of these things are things that were already there or were semblances of it in Android 15, but not really matured and then showed up in the DP1 and DP2 of Android 16. So these are some of the items that we're going to be finding. So we got live updates. So it's kind of like a dynamic thing, notifications. That's what we have. We also have what is called APV, which is the Advanced Professional Video Codec that Google is doing. And so if you like those type of things, we have that. Next, we have the improved adaptive refresh rate. I know it's been there, but it's kind of improved. So if you've been wanting things of this nature, we have a better adaptive rate. Enhanced haptics. Of course, we've had that. We talked about it here. It's even gotten better. So one of the things that got introduced or, improved with the beta. Then we have the two-finger double tap zoom. So John, people like you, I know you like to do the accessibility to, magnifying things and all of that. So if you're in magnifying land, for example, and you could set it up and use a double tap with two fingers to magnify things, I think that's a good idea. Makes it easier. So you magnify when you want to magnify. John, what do you say about that? I think it's a good idea, no?
I will have to try it out and let you know my thoughts, because I didn't realize that was something, and I've been happy with the triple tap, but I know having triple tap enabled slows down talkback a little bit, because every time you double tap, it's waiting a split second to see, is this a double tap or a triple tap? So I know that having triple tap to magnify enabled does slow down talkback, but I mean, it's barely noticeable, but it does slow it down. So maybe if there is another option for magnification, that would be cool, because I could disable the triple tap.
Yeah. So when you have time, play with it and let us know. Next week when we talk about the party and all of that. Then we have number 6. We have the improved support for physical keyboard. People that like keyboard related stuff, that's been improved, and also this. Support for the HIT devices that we talked about, most especially those of us who are blind, that is going to be rolling out here pretty soon. And so looking forward to that. And then, of course, there was that fingerprint unlock with the screen off that we talked about earlier. Unfortunately, though, I think this is only on the Pixel 9. And my guess is because the Pixel 9 is using the Ultra fingerprint reader as to the optic ones.
Yeah, ultrasonic.
Yeah, ultrasonic. That's right.
Because the optical uses the light from the screen to see, for lack of a better word, to see your finger. So the ultrasonic just uses vibration so it can work with the screen off.
I like that one. You know,
But
it's
that being
music to
said,
see it. Yeah, to see it.
Samsung does have this option on their devices with an optical. So I mean, it's a convenient excuse, but it's not impossible. They could
Yeah.
have made it so that the screen knows when it's touched in that area to light up that area, but they haven't done that.
Yeah, and I hope that they do, they trickle it down. Google is good about trickling down things, but usually they want to keep it for the newest device for maybe like a month or two or whatever, and then before they push it out. And I'm hoping that they do because, both the 6, 7, and 8 series could stand to use something like this. And of course, then we have new emojis for those that like emojis. Sally, you're an emoji guy, right? You like to send those emojis to the pretty ones. And tell me
Yeah,
about it.
I do like emojis.
Oh boy. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. So tell me, what do you really like about emojis, Sally? I'm kind of trying to figure out what it is that people like about these emojis. Maybe I'm just an old school
Well,
guy,
I I really don't know what word to say, but like when texting with people, like sometimes you express your thoughts with with emojis. Like sometimes you're so frustrated, sometimes you're just rolling on the floor laughing, and all you need to send is like an emoji.
Yeah.
If you're not able to,
It's cuter than typing out, "I'm so embarrassed."
yeah,
Just send a flushed face emoji.
You
Or-
boys.
or sometimes you want to send a pile of poo, just it deserves it.
Oh boy.
Exactly. There is no text equivalent for that.
Yeah,
I
what
mean,
can I say
you
to
could
that?
type pile of poo, but that would be weird.
No, they won't be the same.
Oh gosh. But who wants to see a picture of poo?
But some situations they deserve it,
It is cute. It has a cute little face on it.
Oh gosh, that is nasty.
Yeah.
So you see why I don't like it.
Definitely, like there are some situations they really make you upset, and all you need to do is just send a pile of poo.
I love it. I love it. I remember one time, I think I mistakenly sent something to my wife. I was practicing my, is it emojis or is it whatever, and something TWF or whatever. She showed it to her principal. She said, "Look at what my husband said."
Even the Google Dialer on Pixel phones that have audio emojis, they have a poop audio emoji. So, if you want to hear, a fart sound, there it is.
Oh boy! I mean, I have tears in my eyes. It's unbelievable. Sending someone, picture of poop. Come on, guys. So I guess it's better than saying the BS word, right?
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right, moving on. We got the Google Keep is now a system app. So if you get a device that comes out straight with Android 16, you're going to have Google Keep in there as a system app, so you don't have to, install that.
I think this is a great addition. Like as someone who likes taking notes pretty often, a default note-taking app on a phone is something really good. So you don't need to go and install from the Play Store. It's just coming pre-installed. I think other manufacturers going to follow that, which the phone's coming with Android 16 and beyond.
Does it even work good? Like I haven't tried it in a while because it was giving me such issues like a year ago. Have they fixed those issues?
Currently, I'm using the Simple Notes app from Automatic, but Google Keep should be like coming pre-installed on like Google phones at least.
That's what I was going to say, John. If you're going to be giving us Google Keep Notes as the system default note-taking app, it better work right, because I haven't tried it, but you try to delete words if you're a blind user, it doesn't tell you the characters you're deleting. That thing's been broken since summer of was it 2022 or 2023?
Yeah.
It's somewhere back in there. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
we can expect this because Google Messages is the default messaging app, and it's not great. I mean, it doesn't have actions. You can't tell what date messages were sent on. When you're trying to like multiple select things in your conversations, like it puts the focus at the top. Like it's not a
And
great experience.
that selection toolbar is really pissing me off. I mean,
Well, you just put an emoji of a pile of poop on there.
yeah,
So.
exactly that. Exactly.
Oh boy. Number 9, the Wi-Fi QR code redesign. That's another one that's been redesigned a little bit. I mean, looking more beautiful. Number 10, reorganized settings. So, Google keeps tinkering around with the settings. I mean, just about all of them, do that. But I think the one that has been more consistent is Samsung guys. They are more consistent. Google keep changing these things, but now you have a separation, better separation of where the search is, and then the focus is on your account when you go into that settings, system settings. So one of those little improvements in there. So something to take note of. 11, we talk about automatic app resizing for large screen, devices. So for those of you who have tablets, this is going to be a heaven for you. John, you still have your Google tablet, or you got rid of it?
I got rid of it. I have a Samsung tablet, but this also applies to the fold devices if you have a fold, because those screens are pretty large and they're kind of awkward shaped. they're squarish, so I think they're trying to use this to encourage developers to. I mean, they've been trying this for years, but encourage them to adapt their apps to different screen sizes by saying, if you don't do it, we'll do it for you, and it might look ugly.
That's right. So it is a good thing to see that. Then we have the photo picker, which is primarily aimed at developers, and several noteworthy features for improvements and all of that were introduced. So, the photo picker, we talked about that earlier on, but, developers could further tweak that and make things work with their apps and all of that. So if you're a developer, you want to look into that. Next up, we have the Health Connect and Fast Healthcare Interoperability resources. We've talked about a little bit on that, and so that's another thing that got improved with this improvement or new beta of Android 16. Of course, we've talked about notification cooldown. That includes some of those new changes, and there's more improvement in that as well. So something to look forward to. Audio sharing is another one. That's item number 15, audio sharing. We've talked about that a little bit. It's gotten a little bit more improved in this. I haven't tried it to see if I could share it with my other Bluetooth devices. But you know what? I think what I'm looking forward to, or what I want to see, guys, is that app separation in Samsung that we have, where I could play something. I don't want my TalkBack on. I think Google has it backward, isn't it? The sound could stay on your on your phone, and then the TalkBack will go to your device or something stupid like that. I think I saw that sometime a while ago, but I think that is turning it backward. John, you have anything to say about this feature? You think it's a great thing? I think it is.
The Oracast stuff, yeah, it's nice. It doesn't help us as TalkBack users, I don't think, in any way. Yeah. But the one I want them to do what Samsung does. I just want to have my TalkBack on my phone while I'm jamming away somewhere. I'm not holding my breath for that.
So is it the same as the dual audio thing that Samsung has? Which is the ability to broadcast to two Bluetooth devices at the same time?
It's different in that this uses Bluetooth LE, so you have to have a Bluetooth LE device, and then it's an unlimited number of devices. So you can have, it's like setting up a little radio station where anybody who's within Bluetooth range who has a compatible device could connect to your device if they wanted to.
Yeah.
So you don't need to be connected. I mean, you don't need to have your Bluetooth earphones or speakers connected to use it. It's different than how Samsung does it.
Yeah, it's different than the Samsung's dual audio feature. Samsung also does this type of thing with Auracast, but that's a separate feature.
At 16, that is number 16, we have privacy and security enhancements. Google keep picking these things and making things better. It's just a matter of time. Then the predictive, at 17, we got the predictive back navigation. So, this wasn't very good for those that like to use the 3-button navigation. Now, you could observe that going back where you're looking at something, if you're using the 3-button navigation. Sally, are you a gesture navigator, or you like your traditional 3-button?
Oh, I love gestures better.
Me too.
Yeah.
How about you, Karen?
I also use gesture navigation since maybe 2 years or 1 year. Actually, I was late, but then when I started using it because of John, to be honest, John is the one who convinced me to start using gesture navigation. Then I didn't look back since I started using it.
Well, to me, it feels like when the buttons are turned on, it's like covering the huge part of the screen, even though it's only the button part of the screen. It still looks so big to me. I don't know why, so I always turn them off.
Yeah, and I like when I get to the end of an app, I like it to loop around rather than like go down to the like if I'm swiping through items, I don't like it jumping down to the navigation controls.
So the good part is you can do the back gestures from anywhere.
Yeah. So, Karen, I think you owe John a box of oranges for convincing you to use the gesture navigation. Unless, of course, John just says, nah, you might as well just keep it.
Of course, if he likes oranges. If he doesn't, then I'll give him strawberries because I like strawberries.
Sure, I'll take oranges.
Oh, boy. Well, thanks for being so gracious about it. At 18, we're looking at a redesigned UI, so we got new changes in UI a little bit. Some of these things, visual-centric things that may not matter to you and I, but it's a good thing. Now, at 19, we're looking at the advanced protection mode, and this mode, when turned on, will block side loading and 2G connectivity, among others. This is going to be something that you have to turn on manually if you want to. So it's intended for people who kind of feel like they're kind of someone is trying to get to their device or whatever, and it's just a huge protection to anti-hacking stuff. And so this guy wrote extensively about it, Mishall Rahman. I'm going to put the URL to it so you can read more about that, because I think maybe there are some people that would like something like that. I'm not sure that I'm necessarily worried about, something like that, but it's there if that's what you're looking forward to. And, that would be some of the things that you will find there in that Android 16 beta. John, did you update yours yet, or you're still on the fence?
Yeah, I updated it. I didn't want to do the developer preview stuff, to be honest, mostly because I didn't want to have to deal with the PC. But
yeah,
I just want to get the OTA. But yeah, now that the beta's out, and I could just, it's as easy as hitting a button on a website and then checking for updates. So it's installed now. The first thing I did was went and I turned that fingerprint sensor with screen off. I turned that on, and that's about it. I haven't done anything else with it yet.
Yeah, that's good. But that's what that Android 16 beta has. And of course, we've mentioned Android 15 QPR2 beta 3, and we'll put it in the show notes if you want to see some of those changes, because this is going a little bit lengthy.